before we start this video, we would just like to say that this video was done with total respect. We had no intention of disrespecting anyone, anyone's family or graves. We are not sitting on any of the graves. We made sure of that when we set up the board, and when we were walking around even, we did our best to be respectful of all of the people who are there and their families. Hey everybody, it's Melanie and
Susan,
and we are here with the final I want to say version, but it's not a version.
it's not.
We are here with the final cut.
Yeah.
No.
No, not cut.
The final video in this series.
Yes.
That's what we're here with. So this is part 3 of The Road to Nowhere. So we're coming at you with an explanation of the spirit board and kind of what we got from it, and looking up answers and trying to make sense of the things that we got coming through the spirit board, and did some research and what we found out afterwards. So basic summary, we think that we had some children coming through, possibly a pair of twins and a teenager. We did get the teenager's name as Jaya. We're sorry for mispronouncing this. It's Jaia. It is originally a name from Sanskrit. I did find that, but no, I did research and I could not find any connection whatsoever with someone named Jaya or Jaya and The Road to Nowhere. There just nothing came up.
Yeah. Well, and the interesting thing about the name too, in Sanskrit, it has to do with justice
Or victory.
Yeah.
It depends, because it was, when I was looking it up, there are different meanings for men and women.
Yeah.
So yeah, but nothing that specifically said Jaya and The Road to Nowhere. So,
No. That would have been so much easier.
yeah, it would have been, right? Spirits, please make it easy on us. Come through loud and clear next time.
Yes.
But what I did find out is that there is a local Cherokee legend on the border of Tennessee and in parts of North Carolina about a witch named Spearfinger. I'm going to leave a description in the box down below so that you can go read up on her. Now, her victims were children.
Children, young women, occasionally fighters, I think. Very rarely, though.
This will be important. We promise this will be important towards the end of the video. You'll understand why. We're not going to go over all of the questions and answers. Some of them are very self-explanatory, so please watch part 2 or scroll to the end of this video if you want a full list of all the questions and answers, because they will be at the end of this video. There's also a really good story on Reddit No Sleep that connects the Tunnel to Nowhere and Spiritfinger. And we're going to connect that to Jaya in just a minute.
Yes.
So moving on its own.
Yeah.
This is about the third question that we asked. We didn't ask anything. It just started moving on its own, and it went to Gemini.
Yeah.
And this is where we thought we might be dealing with some twins. There's a lot of children buried in that cemetery.
A lot.
And didn't Todd see maybe some twins on some of the gravestones?
I think so. I believe there were multiple sets of twins, honestly.
Now, the other explanation is that Gemini are very playful and they love talking, so that could be why this spirit came through first. It's just because it's a spirit that loves talking.
Yeah. Oh, and it might have been their birth sign too.
Could have been. We asked the twins if they were buried in the cemetery, and we got the answer, question.
Yeah. Which could mean, could you repeat the question, or that they don't understand the question.
So anytime you get question as an answer, it's probably one of those two things.
Yeah. I did like that that we asked if they wanted us to leave and they said no. Which is always a good sign.
Well, and also going back to Gemini being very playful, they wanted us to be there. They wanted to play the game with us.
Yes.
And then Susan said, beautiful day, isn't it? And we got the word abundance. Now, it has been very hot in North Carolina
Yes.
for quite a while. And today's the first day we've had rain in a while, right?
First or second day in, I think, at least a month.
Because when we went to film, it had been sunny for several days. So that's what I'm taking that to mean, like abundance, as in the universe surrounds us with what we deserve. So having an abundance of good sunny weather for several days on end. Although I'm ready for fall.
Yes.
Do you want to read the next one?
Sure. We asked if they were looking forward to Decoration Day next weekend, or are you looking forward to Decoration Day next weekend? And they said yes, and which Decoration Day is something that this particular cemetery, it's when the families and loved ones come to the cemetery and decorate the graves, they bring food and have a large picnic at the nearby picnic tables.
And I believe it's all of the cemeteries on the road to nowhere. There's more than one. We just went to one of them. But we saw, and you can go online and you can find pictures of this particular one and see all of the decorations.
Mm-hmm. And it is a pain to get to that cemetery.
It is a steep hill.
Yes. What was it, like 2 hours both ways? Or no,
we did get a little bit delayed on the way back because of the rescue people.
Yeah, true.
They had to come in and get someone who had gotten heat stroke on the trail, so we had to kind of wait our turn to walk up the path.
Not that I was going to object standing still.
Skipping down, we're going to go to 21 next. There are 33 total.
Mm-hmm.
We asked Jaya if she or he... I'm assuming, like, I got the impression of a female energy.
I did too.
Do you have a twin? And the answer was fix.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is that maybe Jaya had a twin or was a twin and one of them died before the other one.
Yeah.
You have any other ideas for that?
Not really. That was definitely a very odd answer.
You want to do this one?
Yeah. And we asked Jaya, are you buried in this cemetery? And the answer we got was so. And the explanation that we came up with was, yes, to sow the ground to bury something in the dirt, maybe.
So we just took it as a yes.
Yes.
But you were talking about the graveyard guardians.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If she was sown into the earth.
Yeah.
As the guardian.
That was a nasty thing that not all cemeteries did. That the belief with a lot of cemeteries is that the first person buried there, the first one who was buried there, not necessarily human, is going to be the guardian for that cemetery. And there have been instances in the past, or at least stories, of people being buried against their will. Because it was believed that the more they suffered, the better they would make a guardian. Or the better they would be at being a guardian.
Number 32 and 33. This is going to bring us back to Spearfinger and that whole legend, the whole Cherokee legend. So 32, we asked, is there any specific thing you want us to know? And it spelled out R-U-N. And that just, I got chills up and down my spine. I was like...
Yeah, you were not happy. You were just like, no, 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 no.
Yes. I said some not choice words, which I took out of the video so it could still be a little bit family friendly. But just imagine what those words were. I'm sure you know them.
Yeah.
And then we decided to not stop the session there. We decided to ask...
why do we need to run? And Jaya spelled out HX, which spirits are not known for their spelling skills.
They're so bad spellers.
Yeah. So we're pretty sure she was spelling out hex.
Which brings us back to a witch and Spearfinger. So what we think is that Jaya was maybe trying to actually protect us and telling us to run because she knew the local legend of Spearfinger and she didn't want us to encounter this awful witch.
Well, because I don't know. I've read a little bit on Spearfinger. There's not many legends that go into a huge amount of detail about her. But I don't think they ever specified what time of day she ever really went out. Like, I do know that you could usually hear her moving about because her footsteps sounded like thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, we are going to leave a link in the description box below that has a lot more information on the Cherokee Legend of Spearfinger. We are also going to leave a link to a Reddit no sleep story in the description box below. Did I already say this? I can't remember. Anyway, both of them will be in the description box below. The Reddit no sleep story actually connects the tunnel and the road to nowhere to Spearfinger.
Yeah.
So maybe there was something to Jaya's fear, and she was sincerely trying to protect us and, telling us to run, to get out, to not encounter this legend that scared her so badly.
Mm-hmm. Well, and if I'm not mistaken, where we were hiking is not far from where Spearfinger's stomping grounds were traditionally.
Something about, I think I read along the lines of Norton Trail was one of her favorite haunts.
Yeah. And I've heard about some weird stuff that happens there. Like, people have equipment go missing, people go missing, weird energy fluxes, things like that.
So, I think that's it for us. Mm-hmm. All of my social media is going to be at the end. Look in the description box below for Susan's Instagram, Changeling Photography. There's going to be a lot of information in this description box, so make sure you guys go down there and look at it and click on the links.
Yes.
Also, if you would like to have me read a story for story time, send me an email. Guess where that's going to be? In the description box down below. So yeah, I think that's it. Bye.
Bye.